Hi everyone, it's CJ, and I'm going to go ahead and continue with another video. And we're still talking about color theory. The first three videos, which were about the color wheel, we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about the use of black and white and making a value scale. When I was in college, this was one of the projects that we had to do, and I went ahead and tried this with classroom kids, and they really enjoyed it too. Although what I did with them is I actually explained it a little bit easier. In the college setting, we were told, just verbally said, make a chart using black and white and create values that go from black to white. You need to have, in this case, was at least 20 different values, and in the classroom I would try to get them to do at least 5. Some were brave and would go ahead and do 10. So we'll go ahead and start with that. I'm using the Traditions, the Deco Art Traditions Opaque White, and I'm just going to put some right here, and the Carbon Black right here. And I'm going to put just a drop of this extender on there. If you're going to be painting with acrylic paint and need a little time in there, you don't want it to dry too quickly, then the extender is something I would highly recommend because it is very helpful in that regard. Okay, I'm going to blend it in there just a little tiny bit. And do the same with the black. Okay. Now, when you make a value chart, I always start with white because it's easier to get your white blended out to black. With the college project that we had, we were not told that. It was just kind of trial and error, and some people would start with black and it was just a real mess. You end up using a lot more paint than what's really necessary. So we can take and spread this out and have a long layer of your black in there and just rub it together. That's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is just to take and make sure that's all blended together with that extender, just like so. I'm going to add just a teeny tiny little bit of black, see there? And I'm going to mix until I get the slightest little bit of gray. Okay, just like so. Wonderful. That's pretty nice right there. And then I'm going to roll my brush out, and then I will put that in my first box, just like so. Okay, let's do it again. I'm going to do just a tiny little bit on the end of the brush. Let's blend it out. Yes, now I could use a palette knife for this, but I really like using a brush so I can pull it out like that to see what color I've actually got. See, just like that, I pull the color. Okay, we're going to go that with number 2. Okay, that's pretty good. Alright, a little bit more. Put it in there. Pull it out. Yep. A little bit more. What I'm doing is I'm watching to see the change. If there is a change, it should be a real slight change each time. Okay, now you see that one. It's just a little bit darker than I want, so I'm going to go back in there and pick up some more of that white because I don't want it quite that dark yet. See what happens when you add just a little too much black. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm going to pull that out. Okay. See there, just a slight change. We don't want it to be something real obvious. A little more black. Okay. And remember, we said this is a value chart. You can do the same thing with your other colors. You can go ahead and add your black and your white to to make your tints and your shades, and then create the same type of chart. Let's see here. I think that's pretty good. Let's see. Let me hold that up to the light a little bit. Let's go just a tad darker. Just a little tiny bit. Yep, I like that one better. Okay. Alright. We're going along. We're up to number 5. Now, in the classroom, I've taught all grades. I've taught K through 12. I've taught adults. I've taught senior citizens. And basically, if you can get them to do 1 through 5, that is pretty darn good. As they get older, especially like in middle school, they like to go all the way up to 10. And in high school, you may get some real brave souls out there that'll make a chart of 20 or 25. So basically, it's just something that is a lot of fun to make. Okay, on to number 6. And it's not a problem that I come back in here and pick some of this up. We're still looking at the grays from black and white. And what I'm doing is I'm watching to see how this changes. Because I know that if I put too much black in there, it's going to be really overpowering. And it's not going to be the next step up. I don't think so. No, just a little bit more. I think right there. Yep, there we go. Okay, now let's do it again. Now there's not a lot of different ways that you can do this. For me, in the classroom teaching the kids, this was the easiest way. I've seen different people take and put your colors, well, like we did with the tints and the shades side by side and pull it out. You can do it that way. That is one way. But to get this so I can actually see each individual one on my scale, this is a great way of doing it. Okay, a little more. Alright, over there. Yep, I think so. See how it's getting closer together? Okay. Let's see that one. That one's not quite dark enough. Let's go a little bit darker yet. Oh, and see, I would have taken points off for going over there. Shame, shame. I'm just kidding about that. I don't take points off for anything except bad behavior. I think everybody should be in control of their behavior. In the classroom, that's what I stressed more than anything else. It's real easy to pick up on color theory or drawing or any of the other points that a teacher is trying to get you to learn. But the main important thing to remember is your attitude about it. Oh yeah, it's another nice one. And your behavior. Okay, let's see here, a little bit more. Okay, now this one is very close to the black. Let's see here, a little bit more. Another thing you'll notice that paint is going to look different as it dries. You may go into a paint store and find a beautiful shade of, let's say peach, and open the can up when you get home, put it out there, and for goodness sakes, that peach looks just like a pumpkin. Okay, here's my black in comparison. There's my black. And let's see if I got uncontaminated white here. And there's my white that's uncontaminated. It's more like the paper. Alright, so there we go. This is a value scale. By adding black to white, you can see how this gets a little bit darker. This is just a real fun practice that it's real easy to do, and kids love doing it. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye for now.